becoming your best self. The power of change. As human beings, we have the incredible power to shape our own lives through the thoughts we choose to entertain. It is a simple yet profound truth that the things we think about the most are the things we love the most, and it is through this love that we gradually but surely become like the objects of our affection. This law of thought is the very foundation of our existence, and it is through the intelligent use of this law that we can change ourselves for the better in any way we desire. Every thought we have has a direct impact on our character, our mind, and our body, and it is the original cause of every habit, tendency, desire, mental quality, and physical condition that appears in our lives. It is clear, then, that we naturally grow into the likeness of the thoughts we think, and that the nature of our thoughts is determined by what we love the most. This understanding is the key to unlocking the basic law of change, and though it may seem complex at first, its intelligent use can become simplicity itself. Through the conscious, intelligent use of this law, we can change ourselves only for the better and as rapidly as our present ability will permit. So let us embrace this power within us and use it to create the life we truly desire. The possibilities are endless, and the only limit is our own imagination. It is an undeniable truth that the power of thought can change our mental conditions and dispositions. However, not all minds are ready to accept that mental qualities, abilities, personal appearances, and physical conditions can also be transformed in the same way. But let me tell you, that thought can change anything in the human system, even to a remarkable degree. This is not just a mere belief, but a demonstrated fact. We have all witnessed how grief, worry, and misfortune can change a person's face for the worse. We have also observed that people who expect to grow old, regardless of their age, do so. This is because we have unlimited evidence that proves that our abilities will improve or deteriorate according to the use we make of our minds. Our faces reveal our thoughts, and we can detect the predominating states of the mind that lives in a groove. However, when a person changes their mental states frequently, no one state has the opportunity to produce an individual, clear-cut expression. But where one predominating state is continued in action for weeks, months, or years, anyone can say what that state is, by looking at the face of the person who has it. Thus, we can detect different kinds of disposition, different grades of mind, different degrees of character, and different modes of living. We can convince ourselves that man, in general, looks, acts, and lives the way he thinks. The fact that every mental state will express its nature in body, mind, and character proves that we can cause the body to become more beautiful, the mind more brilliant, character more powerful, and the soul life more ideal through the intelligent use of mental action. But to accomplish these things, we must apply the law continuously in the direction where we desire to secure results. So, let us not underestimate the power of our thoughts. Let us use them wisely and continuously to transform ourselves into the best version of ourselves. When we allow ourselves to become complacent and settle for the ordinary, we begin to look and feel just that, ordinary. But when we shift our focus to the ideal, the true, and the beautiful, we transform into a new and improved version of ourselves. However, when faced with adversity, we often give in to worry, dejection, and fear, and our appearance reflects this negative mindset. It's time to take control of our thoughts and use the law of change intelligently. We must not rely on external factors to dictate our progress, but rather, we must actively employ the power of our thoughts to manifest the change we desire. This requires training our love nature to only focus on what is greater and better than what we have experienced so far. For those who have not yet acquired this power, it is crucial to train our feelings with care. We must be mindful of where we direct our love and ensure that it is always towards the great, the beautiful, and the ideal. Only then can we truly harness the power of the law of change and make remarkable progress as a community. Let us not settle for mediocrity, but instead, strive for greatness in all aspects of our lives. The power is within us, and it's time to take it into our own hands. The old saying, "What you admire in others will develop in yourself," holds true. If you love the ordinary in someone, you will become ordinary. However, if you love the superior and lofty in all minds, you will grow into the likeness of that which is superior and lofty. It is crucial to understand that loving the person of someone who is earthy will keep you down in the same place. While we may give our kindness and sympathies to all, we must not love anything in anyone that is not ideal. It is a misdirection of love to love exclusively the visible person. Instead, we must love the good, the true, and the beautiful in every person. As all individuals possess these qualities, we can love everybody with a whole heart in this more sublime manner. Many individuals who aspire to a life of great quality face a significant problem. They feel that they cannot give their personal love to those who persist in living in the mere animal world. However, the solution is simple. We must not love what is ordinary in anyone. In fact, the ordinary must not be recognized. Instead, we can love the real life in every individual. If we employ our finer perceptions, we will find that this real life is good in every living creature in the world. We need not love the perversions of a person, but we can love the greater possibilities and the superior qualities that are inherent in the individual. It is not the imperfections or appearances that should be loved, but the greatness that is within. What we love in others, we not only awaken in them, but we also develop those very things more or less in ourselves. Therefore, it is essential to love the superior and the magnificent in all minds. By doing so, we will grow into the likeness of that which is wholesome and magnificent. We must not love anything in anyone that is not good. Instead, we must love the good, the true, and the beautiful in every person. In order to truly promote the best welfare of individuals, personal love should only be exchanged between those who live in the same world. It's only fair that if a woman has found herself in a superior world, a man must also ascend to that same level if he expects her personal love. It's important to remember that the tendency of all life is onward and upward, and to ask anything to come down is to violate the very purpose of existence. If we wish to be with the higher, greater, and superior, we must change ourselves and become higher, greater, and superior. This is something that we all have the power to do. Pleasure plays a crucial role in this process of change. We are often controlled by the pleasures we enjoy, and they can even determine our future. This is because we deeply love what we thoroughly enjoy, and we naturally become like the pleasures we thoroughly enjoy. It's unwise to permit ourselves to enjoy anything that is beneath our most perfect conception of the good. Likewise, it's unwise to associate personally with people who only care for the ordinary and the common. What we enjoy becomes a part of ourselves, and for the good of everybody, we cannot afford to go down. When we love only those pleasures that are as high as our own good of joy, then we are truly on the great ascending path. Remember, we must always strive to be our best selves and surround ourselves with those who share our goods. Let us not settle for anything less than greatness, for we are all capable of achieving it. Overlooking the wrongs, defects, and perversions of life and focusing solely on the beautiful something in every soul that we want to love is one of the greatest things we can do. However, we must not allow our conception of beauty to become a cold abstraction. It is crucial that we tap into our emotions and allow our hearts to be tender and warm, with every feeling constantly on fire. But we must not let our emotions control us. Instead, we should direct our love towards the highest, truest, wholesome, and most beautiful qualities that our inspired moments have revealed. By doing so, we can love any wholesome quality, high art, or great work with our whole hearts. And what we can love, we can think of deeply and for as long as we desire. When we have identified the changes we wish to make, we must love the good that corresponds to those changes. This love must be deep and strong, and we must continue to love until the desired change has taken place. To love the higher and greater qualities of life is to cause the creative qualities of our minds to produce those same qualities in our own nature. As a result, we steadily grow into the likeness of that which we constantly love. This is the great law that governs all change for the better. However, to use this law intelligently, we must not allow the power of love to respond to every whim or notion that our environment presents to our minds. So let us be bold in our pursuit of love and beauty, directing our emotions towards the highest and wholesome qualities of life. Let us use the power of love to transform ourselves and the world around us, always striving for the better. The power of love is undeniably the greatest force in the world. However, it can also be the cause of a person or nation's downfall, as well as their rise to greatness. Throughout history, every fall of the human race has been largely due to the misdirection of love, while every step forward has been driven by the power of love focused on better things. To misdirect love is to love something that is beneath our current level of advancement. This backward focus leads to regression, and it is the reason why the average person's love is directed almost exclusively towards the personal side of life. This limited and superficial love nature leads to materialism and a lack of appreciation for the finer things in life. In contrast, we should love and admire the beauty in everything, both externally and internally. By living a complete life, we can enjoy the richness and beauty of life in all its forms. However, the power of love must be directed towards the richness and beauty of the mind and soul. It is only by loving the finer things in life that we can grow into the likeness of the great, the superior, and the good. Remember, man is as he thinks, and he thinks the most of what he loves the best. So, let us focus our love on the things that truly matter and lead us towards greatness. Let us love with boldness and intention, and let the power of love guide us towards a brighter future. When an individual begins to appreciate the finer qualities in life and devotes their mind and soul to that love, they take the first step towards changing their future. They lay the foundation for a great and better future, and if they continue on this path, they will undoubtedly reach the loftiest goals they have in mind. There are many laws to apply when striving for a great life, but the law that lies at the foundation of them all is the law of love. Love determines our thoughts, our aspirations, our destinations, and our accomplishments. Therefore, among all the great essentials, the principal one is to know how to love. To apply this essential for all practical purposes, the secret is to love the great, the beautiful, and the good in everybody and everything. Love with such a strong, passionate force that its ascending power becomes irresistible. So, let us boldly embrace the law of love and lay the foundation for a future filled with greatness and beauty. Let us passionately love all that is great and good, and let that love guide us towards our loftiest goals. Life as we know it will transform and soar to new heights with the power of love. Every aspect of our being and environment will progress and evolve accordingly, bringing our soul's aspirations to realization. The good will no longer be a simple concept, but a tangible reality. Our heart's desires will be fulfilled, and what we once hoped to attain will no longer be out of reach. In times of failure, we must remain steadfast in our determination to succeed. The intensity of our thoughts directly connect with their potency. By consistently and vividly envisioning ourselves as our good selves, we will inevitably become that person in reality. Believing in ourselves unlocks our hidden potential, and trusting in our purpose unleashes our full power. Those who possess an unwavering belief in themselves view every obstacle as an opportunity. We must rely solely on ourselves, but work in harmony with all things to bring out the best in ourselves and the world around us. By doing so, we will unlock our true potential and receive the best that life has to offer. So let us boldly embrace the power of love and transform our lives into something truly extraordinary. The discovery that man is as he thinks has sparked a large amount of strange ideas about the power of thought. One of the most prevalent beliefs is that thought is a domineering force that can control everything and compel fate to bend to our will. However, this belief is unscientific in every sense of the term and has been proven wrong time and time again. Those who have embraced this belief and attempted to use thought as a compelling force have initially succeeded, but ultimately failed. The reason for this is that the moment we try to apply thought in this manner, we disrupt the harmony within ourselves and our environment. The apparent success that these individuals experience is due to the fact that a strong compelling force can cause elements of life to respond, temporarily. However, the force that compels weakens itself through the very act of compelling, and eventually loses its power entirely. Consequently, whatever has been gathered begins to slip away. This explains why countless fervent students of faith have failed to achieve their desired results or have only succeeded sporadically. They have taken the wrong view of the power of thought, causing it to work against them most of the time. The power of thought is not a compelling force. It is a building force. Only when used in a building sense can desirable results be produced. The building capacity of thought is practically limitless, and there is no end to what can be accomplished as long as this power is employed intelligently, correctly. The power of thought is not a force to be reckoned with, but rather a tool to be used wisely. By understanding its true nature and utilizing it in a building sense, we can achieve remarkable results. So, let us harness the power of thought and build a better future for ourselves and those around us. To unleash the full potential of our minds, we must embrace the principle that we can achieve anything we believe we can. We must act with unwavering conviction that our thoughts have the power to manifest limitless possibilities. While many intelligent minds acknowledge the truth in this statement, they often fail to recognize its immense value. They may understand that believing in ourselves increases confidence and determination, but they overlook the fact that our thoughts have the power to shape our reality. The truth is, when we believe we can achieve something, we activate the power within us to make it happen. This power is boundless and can bring forth incredible results. The law that governs this idea is limitless in its potential, promising great rewards to those who remain faithful to it. As we begin to believe in our abilities, our minds naturally focus on the faculties required to achieve our goals. With each passing moment, these faculties become stronger, more efficient, and more capable of accomplishing what we set out to do. This is how we develop the power to achieve our dreams. So, let us embrace the power of our thoughts and believe in our ability to achieve greatness. Let us act with unwavering conviction and watch as our dreams become reality. Remember, he who thinks he can, develops the power that can. When a man sets his mind to the power of invention, he unlocks a world of potential within himself. The latent abilities of his inventive faculty are awakened and exercised, leading to unparalleled development. But that's not all. By focusing his attention on this faculty, he draws in additional energy, adding power to power and creating an endless capacity for growth and ability. In just a few months or years, a man can transform himself into a successful inventor, and with continued application of this law, he can become an inventive genius. Even those without any initial indications of individual power can develop their abilities to a high degree through faithful application of this great law. Remember, he who thinks he can, develops the power that can. So go forth boldly and unlock your potential. The possibilities are limitless. We all possess every faculty that naturally belongs to the human mind, whether it be in an active or inactive state. And the good news is that any of these faculties can be awakened and developed, as long as we apply the proper laws faithfully. Our objective should be to accomplish as much as possible in the present, and to do so, we must work through and develop those faculties that already indicate considerable power. For instance, if you have a talent for invention, start thinking that you can invent. By doing so, you will accumulate more and more inventive ability or genius. If you have a talent for music, start thinking that you can master the art of music. This will cause the creative energies of your mentality to accumulate more and more in the faculty of music, until that faculty is developed to a greater and greater degree. The same law applies to any talent, whether it be art, literature, or business. If you think you can do something, proceed to carry out that undertaking, constantly thinking that you can. Combine that thought with good work, enterprise, and the full use of your personal ability, and your success will continue to grow indefinitely. And don't limit yourself to a single purpose. If you have a talent for something better than what you're doing now, or if you wish to awaken some talent that you long to possess, start thinking that you can do what you long to. Let us all boldly embrace the power of our faculties and start thinking that we can achieve greatness in any area we desire. With the proper application of God's laws, we can awaken and develop our natural abilities to their fullest potential. So let's get to work and start thinking that we can. We shall empower our faculties until they are strong enough to be applied in actual practice. As we continue to improve our current work, we must also prepare ourselves for greater achievements in the future. We must enter into the very soul of our thoughts and be thoroughly committed to them. This is how we awaken the creative energies of our minds and build talent, ability, and genius. Our determination must be invincible, animated with a depth of feeling that arouses all our powers into positive and united action. With this power at our command, we can successfully achieve what we think we can. If you have failed to achieve something lesser, it only proves that you deserve something greater. So, dry those tears and go in search of the worthier prize. Count nothing lost. Even a day without a worthy action can be a day of preparation and accumulation that will add greatly to tomorrow's achievements. Many famous days were made because nothing was done the day before. Know what you want and continue to want it. You will get it if you combine desire with faith. The power of desire, when combined with faith, becomes invincible. The reason why so many fail to get what they want is that they do not know what they want or change their wants almost every day. Let us be bold in our pursuit of greatness. Let us empower our faculties, awaken our creative energies, and be determined to achieve what we thought we could. With desire and faith, we can make the impossible possible. So, let us go forth and overcome. Remember, for as you know him better, he will give you, through his great power, everything you need for living a truly good life. He even shares his own glory and his own goodness with us. Peace. Make each day the way you think it should be. You have the power, use it.